you were to go to a concert that you were really looking forward to, and you had in your mind something you wanted to bring home as a souvenir from this concert, and said concert did not have what you're looking for, what would you do? I can tell you my answer to that question is probably different than yours. Hello and welcome to or back to Miss Craftslots Lair. I am Barbie, your resident multi-crafter, and today that is exactly what happened to me. However, I found yarn. At the time of me recording this, it is about 2 weeks out from our trip. So I was able to go to see the Distant Worlds Final Fantasy concert in Minneapolis. I have to think really hard about saying that correctly because I realized that I have said Minneapolis incorrect my entire life. And so now I have to deconstruct Minneapolis the way that had to deconstruct wash because for some reason my family throws an R in there. So, super fun. Got to meet in game friends in real life. It was amazing. Yes. The theater was beautiful. Did have it was a large group. It was a sold out theater. A lot of people. A lot of people trying to get through the merch line and everything. However, we managed to um, send sent part of my party through the merch line, and I kind of scooted around the sides so that I could throw my 2 cents worth in. There were two things that I was looking for in the merch line, both of which were not there. Kind of sad. This is also probably where I should throw in the fact that I do not actually play the game because my dexterity and such is probably not going to get me that far into the game. However, I watch gameplay for this game and I also, or for the franchise in total, um, I watch gameplay for the games. I keep up with the news and my kids play. So that's my in. Also, the music is fantacular. Anyway, so two things that I was looking for while I was there. One was a definite. One was one that I knew that I wanted, and that would have been anything potentially plushy Moogle. No Moogles. Now, I do also have to say that I do understand that this is a concert and wasn't really like it was game related, but it really wasn't like heavily game. It was more their music was what was at the merch. So, doesn't surprise me. They had no Moogles. And something that I was also uh, reminded about in said concert was the Chocobo. And he's cute. And so I wanted to see if maybe at one of the other merch tables they may have had a Chocobo. They did not. So that is why I'm here. I want to make a Chocobo. So yeah. So to go over the materials that I am going to use for my Chocobo, I am pulling everything like again, I'm still on a no buy from my yarn stash. It is huge. I'm pretty sure, or I was pretty sure, that I could find the yarns needed to make my Chocobo on my in my stash already. So I have the loops and threads. Oops and threads? That sounds like something you would get up in the upper part of Michigan. Anyway, got the loops and threads in Sunny Day. This one is in pumpkin. And I also have a walnut. Out of the scrap bin, I can grab some white for the Chocobo's claws. So, yeah. Before I get started, using my size F 3.75 millimeter crochet hook, I was kind of, I did not know if I brought this into my lair, and I really wasn't wanting to go make a special trip just to grab my crochet hook. So I was kind of considering using the Woobles 4 millimeter. I think it's gonna be just a little too big. So going with my 3.75. So it's time for me to get started. And to get started, I made his head starting off with just the same old ball that you would make in just about any amigurumi. I worked that up until I was happy with the diameter, and then I worked a couple of rows even, and then I went and decreased, adding in the eyes as I got to that point. Okay, so I so far have the back of his head done. So I am going to continue on, and I need to find the perfect size of eyes. In a perfect world, I could make like little felted or crocheted eyes for him. I don't think I'm gonna get that fancy. He's just a little guy, or he's gonna be just a little guy, so I'm not that worried about like perfect eyes. Now, if I ever make him in a larger size, then yes, I will go through and crochet him or felt him or whatever eyes that he might potentially need. So time to go and get my eyeballs. Have my eyes. I have an idea of which one I want to use. I think I have them in two different sizes. So I'm going to continue on. That probably got loud. I'm going to continue on with the head and come up with what I want to do for the eyes. It's time for eyes. So there's these that I think are a little bigger. And then there are these, which are a little smaller. He looks like a goldfish. Like, majorly goldfish going on. Big eye, small eye, but he sort of still kind of looks like a goldfish because his mouth is wide open. So, or where his mouth hole should be, his beak will be. So I have my little chocobo head for the most part shaped. I just need to make up some head feathers as well as his beak. So, okay. Chocobo head, chocobo body, 3 chocobo head feathers. I want to finish off the yellow quick before I take a break and do the whole dinner thing and such. So I'm going to finish the feathers for the body think I know I'm going to make those up. And then after dinner, I will be back to finish him up. Correction. I am going to take a quick break now because this chair does not feel as comfy as it used to. So, yeah, break now. Just a short one. And then, yeah, I'll be back. Okay, so I am back. Dinner was started, just not in the eaten stage yet. So, feathers. All the parts from before, plus tail parts. Okay. Got him somewhat done. Just need to work on wings. Do and put his wings and his head feathers on and make his legs. I think that's all I have left to do with oh, and beak. Beak, legs, wings, and so I'm all together. So might end up waiting till tomorrow. We'll see how I feel after dinner. So until next time. Well, not until next time. Until next time. Until I come down again to finish him, I'm taking a break. He's done. Oh my gosh, he is super freaking cute. I think this is might be one of the cutest things I've made, if not ever, in a very long time. Things I would do differently. His bottom jaw is kind of makes him kind of look a little on the derpy side. But that's okay cuz he's cute. Um Also, let's see. There was another thing. Um I would work on the beak a bit more. The eyes might be just a little too big. However, I think he's still cute. Um yeah, I'm partial to this one. I thought the flower monster turned out pretty good. Um this little guy turned out pretty good too. So also I think what I would also do is I'm not a fan of the way I made his feet. So I might if I were to go back and make him again, I would probably do his beak different and his feet different. Other than that, I think everything else came out really well. Um yeah. I Another real quick thing is I wasn't exactly sure how far to put his wings up because technically he's a flightless bird. So generally, I want to say from what I've seen with flightless birds, their wings are back just a hair more than others. I could be wrong. I am not a bird specialist, so um but I kind of wanted to put his wings up just a little bit and I think they worked out really well. So, yeah, I think that this was a win, and I might be making more of these because, yeah. like I said, I need to figure out the feet. It got really fiddly because the way I made the feet, the leg was 3. No, I made the legs 4 stitches. So the legs are 4 stitches around, right? Yeah. 3 and 4 stitches because the toes are 3 for sure. The leg, I want to say I made 8 stitches. I made it last night when I was half asleep, so that's probably also probably a problem. Um, However, I think I might make the feet a different way if I revisit this project, but I'm super happy with them. So if you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, I just got done hooking my Ko-fi up, so that is all ready to go, and posting little tidbits there. And other than that, hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, bye!